Hello and welcome to Championship 8, Game Week 8 predictions for the upcoming midweek matches. Some teams need to respond after the weekend matches, so let's see who can and who can't. So yeah, let's just dive straight into my Championship predictions for Game Week 8. And we start tonight where Birmingham City take on Sheffield Wednesday. Birmingham, one of the teams that need to bounce back from the weekend after a 3-0 loss to Coventry. I'm not sure what Chris Davies knows what his best team is at the moment. It seems to be maybe why Birmingham are struggling this season. Last time they did play in head-to-head was Wayne Rooney's one of two wins when he was back in charge of us. So it was a 2-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday at home, but then back under Tony Mowbray's win, it was a 2-0 home win for Sheffield Wednesday in that one under Danny Rowe. Birmingham in 11th at the moment, 1-3 drawn, 1 lost 3. Sheffield Wednesday 1-1, drawn 2, lost 4, down in 23rd with 5 points. Swansea's Birmingham's only win in their last 5. They've lost the rest of them. I am going to back the Blues in this one just because their home form is okay. I think they're unbeaten so far at home this season. They are 9th in the home table so far this season. So yeah, back in Birmingham to win this one. Go for a nice 2-0 home victory in this one for the Blues over Sheffield Wednesday in this one. So yeah, Birmingham to win this by 2-0 over Sheffield Wednesday and to bounce back from the weekend at Coventry. Now to Ewood Park then, and Blackburn Rovers take on Swansea City in this one. Blackburn only got a win against Hull and against Watford. They do like playing away from home, saying that they did lose to Charlton 3-0 at the weekend. Swansea get a 1-1 draw at home to Millwall after the disappointment of that 94th minute winner lost to Birmingham. Last time these guys did play was on a 1-0 home win for Blackburn in October 2024. Swansea did beat Blackburn 3-0 last time they did play in February earlier this year. Swansea in 13th, Blackburn in 20th, near the relegation places. I'm going to back a draw in this one. Go back a 1-1 draw between Blackburn and Swansea. I think it'll be tight and close, but I think it'll be a 1-1 draw between these two. So yeah, Blackburn 1, Swansea 1 in this one. And yeah, Valerian Ishmael's side get another point away from safety, I guess. Bristol City versus Ipswich Town now then. Bristol City getting a 0-0 draw away at Preston last time out. Ipswich back-to-back wins for them despite that Blackburn abandonment in there as well. 5-0 over Sheffield United, which seems like an age ago because it was an age ago. It was the first game after the international break. And a 2-1 win over Portsmouth. At the weekend, 3-2 win. Last time these sides played was back in March 2024. That dramatic Leif Davis winner, I believe. Or yes, it was. And Ipswich won that game with the lastminute.com. Bristol City haven't won in a few games under Strub. Their last win was away at Sheffield Wednesday, so they'll be looking to do a bit better than that. I am going to back another draw in this one. Go for a 2-2 this time. I think it'll be another tough game for both sides. I think it'll be a bit of a crazy game. These sides always provide a bit of action, a bit of goal mouth action, don't they? So yeah, back at a 2-2 in this one between Bristol City and Ipswich, and it to be a draw, 2-2 in this one. Hull versus Preston now in what is another classic championship affair kind of game. Hull City losing at the weekend to Paolo Pezzolano's Watford. Watford finally getting a win on the map. We'll speak about them shortly. Hull did beat Southampton. They've got a decent record at home. Do Hull City and Sergej Jakinovic. They take it a Paul Heckingbottom side who are unbeaten in their last 3, 2 draws and a win away at Derby for them. They did play back on Good Friday. It was a 2-1 win for Hull. Last time they did play, and it was a 1-0 win for Preston over Hull in that one. Preston 6th at the moment, Hull in 18th as it stands. I am going to back a Hull win in this one. I think it'd be tight and scrappy. I'm going to back what do I back? A 1-0 Hull win in this one. I'm going to back them to get over the line again in this one over Preston. The home form has been pretty good for Sergej Jakinovic's side so far this season. I'm backing them to get another win over Preston in this one, and I'm backing them by a 0-0 in this one over Preston. So Hull to beat Preston by a 0-0. Leicester take on Wrexham then at the King Power. Leicester 3 draws on the trot. Not exactly great for them, is it, at Leicester City? Wrexham did draw with Derby last time out. Unfortunately not to win that game for the Red Dragons. They did beat Norwich before that. Phil Parkins has kind of picked up his form after he was notified that he was under pressure from the Wrexham Board, well, McElhenney and Reynolds, as we know, 15th at the moment, 8 points so far this season. Yeah, they'll be looking to pick up. They've got Leicester and Birmingham, two very, very tough matches in this one. I am going to back Leicester City in this one to get over the line. I think they go over a bit too much quality over Wrexham. Wrexham got a few injuries as well. So yeah, I'm going to back Leicester City in this one to get over the line. I'm going to back a nice 3-1 home victory. I think there'll be a few goals in this one, and Leicester will beat Wrexham. All right, so yeah, backing Leicester City to win this by 3-1 over Wrexham in this one. Middlesbrough take on Stoke. Two sides that have started very well. Stoke have started to drop off a little bit, but still in the top 3 in the table. So this is a game between first and third. Should be an interesting one. This Middlesbrough did beat Stoke last season back on the 20th of September by 2-0 and did beat them back in February at the Bet365 as well. So yeah, I think Stoke will be looking to win this, as we said, but then say that Middlesbrough are very tough cookies away from home. Out the Riverside, very good record there. Getting a draw away at Southampton, not playing their best football, but somehow managed to scrape a draw. Can Rob Edwards get promoted? Can they even get in the automatics? We'll have to see. Playoffs, they do look a good bet for. Stoke did draw with Norwich. QPR beat Stoke 1-0. Stoke's last win did come against Birmingham. I am good about Middlesbrough in this one, though. I think it'll be tight, but I think Middlesbrough will get over the line in this one. Go for a nice 2-1 home Borough win in this one over Stoke, despite starting the season very well. I think Middlesbrough have started it a bit better and will get over the line in this one. So yeah, back in Middlesbrough to beat Stoke by 2-1. And probably two sleeping giants in the Championship at the moment that aren't playing their best football, and that is Sheffield United and that is Southampton. Both sides, Sheffield United bottom, as we know, getting that win over Oxford at the weekend was very, very good for them. Southampton down in 19th under Will Still. People calling for his head already. I think he needs to be given a bit more time in my eyes. There was a good game in there against Liverpool. They did play and he lost 2-1, but then drawing at home to Middlesbrough at the weekend was a decent result, I suppose, considering the way Middlesbrough have started this season. Sheffield United did beat Oxford in there as well. I am going to back, I don't know what I'm going to back. Last time they did play, actually, was a 2-0 win for Southampton back in the 2021 Premier League season. It was a 3-0 win for Southampton back then. So Southampton have a good head-to-head record at Bramall Lane. I'm going to back a draw in this one. I'm going to back a 1-1. I think it'd be cagey because both sides will want to do well, and probably it's quite a lot of pressure for a win and a win for both sides in this one. So yeah, back in a 1-1 draw between Chris Wilder's Blades and Will Still's Saints in this one, and I'm back in a 1-1 draw between Sheffield United and Southampton in this one. And the final game on Tuesday night is Derby County against Charlton Athletic, of course. Derby will be looking to win this as well. Yeah, Blackburn, Charlton have been back-to-back wins for them over Sheffield United and Blackburn. Two very good results for them there. This one's at Pride Park. You probably back Derby to get over the line in this one, but last time they did play was in 2024 in the League One season. It was a 2-1 win away for Charlton and 1-0 away win for Derby back at their place. Derby do have a very good home record against Charlton. They've always beat them in the head-to-head record. Yeah, Derby currently 21st. Will be looking to do a little bit better under John Eustace. They haven't started the best. I thought John Eustace would have done a bit more, to be honest, with the squad he has got available. But that could just be Derby in general. Charlton in 7th doing very well. I'm good about Derby in this one. Good about John Eustace's side. I'm good about them 2-0. I think Nathan Jersey's side won't score. I think John Eustace knows how to get a result when they want to. So yeah, back in Derby to win this by 2-0 over Charlton in this one on the main one on Sky at 8 o'clock on tonight. Now to Wednesday night's fixtures, where there's only one match this time around, and that is Millwall. 4 matches. Millwall versus Coventry is the first. Coventry have been okay. Well, they've been superb, haven't they? Coventry City, both sides unbeaten their last 3, both respectively 2 draws and a win for both sides. Millwall did draw with Palace in the cup in there as well. Yeah, Coventry in second at the moment. That win over Birmingham at the weekend did promote them up to second place. 0-0 draw with Leicester before that, and a 1-1 draw with Coventry. Millwall drawing away at Swansea at the weekend. Coventry's record at Millwall is pretty handy. The last few seasons they've won there on the past 2 occasions. That at Coventry was a 0-0 draw. So yeah, I am gonna back what do I back in this one? I'm gonna back a Coventry away win. I could just smell it. I think Coventry will get over the line. I'm going for a nice 2-1 away win for Frank Lampard's men in this one over Millwall and Alex Neil. And yeah, Coventry have a bit too much quality with the likes of Haji Wright, Thomas Sanchez, Sakamoto just to beat Millwall. And this was here back in the Sky Blues to win this by 2-1 over Millwall in this one. Norwich West Brom is the next, and this fixture always seems to provide goals some way or another. Last time out was a 1-0 win for Norwich back in March earlier this year. Both sides haven't won in the last 3 matches. They'll be looking to improve both of them. Ryan Mason, West Brom have dropped off a little bit down to 8th in the table down, but still in that playoff hunt, you would say, and they play a decent brand of football as well. Norwich City down in 14th. Josh Sargent still firing in the goals for Norwich, but they're not really getting anywhere at the moment under Liam Manning. Still needs a bit of time to embed his ideas, I reckon. Yeah, this one's a tough one to call. I am gonna back a. This one's a tough one to call, really tough one. I'm gonna back a draw in this one. Go back a 1-1 draw. I don't think there'll be much between the sides. I think it's pretty tight throughout this one. So yeah, back at a draw between these two. Norwich 2. Norwich 1, West Brom 1 in this one. So yeah, and now we move into Portsmouth versus Watford at Fratton Park. To Fratton Park we go then, and it's Portsmouth taking on Watford. Of course, Portsmouth back-to-back defeats, not ideal for them. Losing at home to Sheffield Wednesday, losing away Ipswich is never great. Watford did win at home to Hull recently, very good result for them. Yeah, this has got an ingredients of a bit of a dull affair. Portsmouth will want to get back to winning ways in this one. They did beat Watford back on the 21st of April by a 0-0 but then back on Boxing Day it was a 2-1 win for Watford. I think this one's a really tight one, to be honest. I think Watford have been okay under Paolo Pastrana, but then they did get the win at the weekend. I think they're thinking of sacking him, probably, Watford. Last decent result for Portsmouth was the 0-0 away draw. Before that, they did beat Preston in there as well. I'm going back Portsmouth in this one, though. I think they've got good home form. I think they'll win this by 2-1 over Watford in this one. And yeah, Pompey to get over the line against Watford in this one by 2-1. So yeah, Portsmouth to win by 2-1 over Watford. Final game on the Wednesday night then is QPR taking on Oxford United. QPR in flying form at the moment, up to 9th place after their pretty dismal start, you would have to say. Oxford United losing at Sheffield United, losing home to Sheffield United at the weekend was a bit of a downer for Gary Rowett's side. They do sit in the bottom 3. I don't think anybody apart from Gary Rowett could keep this Oxford side up. I think they'd be rooted to the foot of the table if they didn't have Gary Rowett in charge, of course. They did beat Bristol City the week before that 3-1. They might stand a pretty good chance against QPR in this one, but you never ever know. Gary Rowett probably play for a draw in this one. I think they'd take that. Oxford coming into this, wouldn't they? Just win your home games and you'll stay up is the message probably to Oxford United. At the moment, QPR disappointing draw at Sheffield Wednesday at the weekend. Last time they saw place was on the 9th of April, was a 3-1 win for QPR, and then it was 2-0 to QPR back at their place. I am going to back the same result in this one, QPR to win this by 2-0 over Oxford. I don't think Oxford are really going to provide any threat, to be fair. So yeah, backing QPR to win this by 2-0 in this one over Oxford United and Gary Rowett in this one. Thank you very much for watching my Championship Game Week 8 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be League 2 predictions either later today or tomorrow. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for that, and I'll speak to you on the next one.